Top of the morning to everyone. How are you? Had a pretty crazy dream last night. A lot of people I didn't know. Some interesting things happen. But anyways, the real thing I really want to talk about here is this hustle. It's a hustle. Oh, is this a hustle? Hustle, 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 hustle. Let's talk about ransomware. I just want to know how many people are under ransom right now. With all this, what do we call it? Human bodies and the antenna. And basically using a neurophone and turning a neurophone into a weapon. Okay. If you're unfamiliar with a neurophone and how it works, it's supposed to be for extreme learning, like you just learn very well. You learn very well, and it will heal you and just make it will get rid of dementia and Alzheimer's. We'll just say that. And it'll feel like you're just flowing. And you can weaponize this because you sit in a frequency, just like you're going to hear the sound of this transformer. Just pretend this transformer is a neurophone. Okay? And then whenever these frequencies come at you to your brain, just like an electroceutical, okay? This will heal you, and it'll make you think better. And if you change any of the hertz frequencies, it's not harmonics, okay? They keep calling it harmonics. There's no numbers on this box to tell me what type of transformer this is. None at all. None at all. There's another parts list here. Nothing on there at all. There's a bunch of people up here working on the house yesterday. This house up here. They're in here, I guess, renovating. I guess people were pigs that lived there before. I don't know. You never know. You never know. They were dirty. But the way the neurophone works, you start changing the frequencies of the neurophone. What's this? Be the party hero. Be the party hero. 1, 2, 3, party. California knows how to party. So you change these frequencies on a neurophone. Whenever you stand next to that transformer, or this transformer here, or these transformers back here, important one to show you here. How we even got cameras here, and they say they don't work. Whenever a car crashed into another car over here, about 10 people run. They're in a park over here. They parked over here in this area. These cameras are right here. They parked here, and they went running out of the park up here to their cars, and one of them wrecked. They're trying to get out of here so fast. Now we're talking about a neurophone. These transformers. Oh, listen to the repeater bird here. The amplitude trying to go right through these transformers. Wow. Wow. Huh. Just like a cricket. When this catches an electrical reflection, sounds different. It's spatial. It becomes spatial audio. 3D spatial audio. 3D sound. And these transformers hum. Oh, there's a Tesla here too. How about this? Right under a transformer. This is probably charging a car, huh? Probably charging a car. A dual motor. Tesla right under these transformers. What kind of electronics are in there? Grok, how are you? How are you? Because we got a lot of people that like to play in these storm drains. A nice little reflection down there. So anyways, you change these frequencies to a neurophone. You could really start to hurt someone. And since you could get their brain data as of right now, just as they're walking around, and anywhere they go, these reflection antennas, people harvest this. And whatever the other 9 yards are, whatever you want to call it, whatever the 9 yards are. So then, when they harvest this, it's a prime opportunity for ransomware to put it on someone else or a whole authority, a whole municipal, even workers. Like you make a lot of money, we're gonna put it on you. We're gonna ransom your ass. You own companies that build buildings; they make millions of dollars. You own a crane company, you're making millions of dollars. Millions. Erect buildings, and these people put this on you for ransom. And it could be even, like I said, the authorities. They harvest, and they put it on you, and then they sell you the upgrades to have it turned off. They sell you the upgrades to have it turned off. Number one is, if that's happening, who the hell are you paying? Because I want these upgrades too. I want them too. Because that's my fucking money you're using. And then you want to say, we don't know. A neurophone, huh? It's called ransomware. Since the human brain is highly, highly, highly susceptible to everything I'm talking about a neurophone. Watch children. And I hear the person that's writing the ransomware, his name's Spock. Who the hell's Spock? Hey, Spock, are you the guy that drives the Starship Millennium or whatever the fuck it is? Spock? You're turning red, Spock. Spock is turning red. And then here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. We've got a nice transformer here. And that's just humming. Right down here. Right down here. And if you're an electrical engineer and you know a damn transformer, if that's humming like that, that's a perturbation. That's electrical signal. It's amplitudinal signal. And then we start getting all of our little fancy smartphones and smart meters and semiconductors and the street lights and shit like that. Or even shit from the human body. Oh boy, look at this, huh? Look at this. And there's probably a geothermal down here. And I'm not shitting you, because there's oil right up the street. You should see the way the water runs in here. It starts running uphill. So that's some sort of frequency, huh? But that's a fan. That's normal. But there's no fans in these ones up here. There's no fans. Whenever they start humming and you can hear them, or even a street light, even my bug zapper. Hey, Moon Police. Remember the night you stopped here and the Moon Police stopped right here on this street and shined a light over here, right out of their car. The night that the bug zapper was on, and then the bug zapper just started going. Someone hooked me into the bug zapper. It's all ultraviolet light. It's a laser. And it started to hurt a couple people here in the neighborhood. And the police come to the rescue. This is a true story. Oh, and then they come fix the swings, change all the little parts in the swings. Then they come put all this mulch down a couple years ago. Cut all this out, put the mulch down. And then we got geocaching here, geolocation tool. See this little piece of plastic? This is the pole number. So all this ransomware taking place. All this ransomware. It could be on anyone. These guys really like to use these freaking storm drains, let me tell you. Especially that one over there. Oh God, they just go in there because it's a pipe. And it's probably impervious to a lot of electromagnetic frequency. And you start running static lines from these transformers, plus the phone lines. Start creating phone lines on people. So anyway, Spock. Hey Spock. Who is Spock? Who is Spock? Say Spock. Writing ransomware and using what it's worth. This was we weren't supposed to have transmitters like we have right now. There was plans for something different back in the day. But once this guy realized what was going on, and they could just use that other thing, and he found out it was a weapon too, the financier, we're just going to put this in and not tell anyone. And if any competition comes, we'll just fucking use this shit on them. They've known about this for 100 years now. They've known about this for 100 years. And that's why it was supposed to be a different system. You know what I mean, Spock? And as of right now, this can't be stopped. The longer you people stay silent, try not to let anyone know that you can use a neurophone to use ransomware on people, it's never going to stop. Never going to stop. So, just a quick video. Crazy dream last night. Crazy dream. We'll just reenact it. What I need to reenact. Because as you move on a geolocation tool, this is probably very important with the semiconductor and the CCD films. Yes, I pay attention and I hear shit. There's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of shit going on. The porch, the awning fell off. Bolts just pulled right through the goddamn fucking brick. But anyways, these new technologies we have, let me ask this question. When you have this electrolysis done and all this dirty electric, that's why it's called dirty electric. Listen to this bird. Listen to this bird. Wow. It comes down through the tree here. Shit in the tree. There's two transformer cans right on the other side of the street here. Listen to this fucking bird. It's on the ground and it sounded like it was coming from up here. It's on the ground. And it sounded like it was coming from 20, 30 feet higher. So anyways, all this new, you guys that listen to this, you might get sick and might get hurt. I don't know what to tell you. just maybe try to pull the modulation out, see where the repeater system's going to. Just setting up this repeater system. So these new technologies, you go sit in them, the pole too, the nylon on a pole. Okay, the nylon on a pole, it's catching reflections, and it's literally amplifying back. So anyways, these like electroceuticals, these magnetic fields, the MRIs, the whatever they are, these new life force energies that the field on the outside of your body. Like whenever I was laying down in the ground and doing all this crazy stuff, telling everybody how it worked, and this field goes up and down my body, I could control this myself. Well, you get in one of these beds. That's what it does. It works with the outside field of your body. And then it starts breaking all the dirty electricity. All this dirty electricity and nerve blocks that are in there from pulses of light that blocks the blood, the coagulation and stuff. Where does all this stuff go whenever it breaks out? Who's harvesting that? Because that's some serious stuff. These are a lot of nuclear proteins, especially from... We're curing addiction by ultrasound, breaking electromagnetic bubbles in the brain. That too. So when these electromagnetic bubbles of dirty electric, it's dirty, when they break, where does it go? Since we have all this nano to catch shit, what's it doing with it? I mean, a Tesla car is parked right under the transformer, and it can charge from that. Literally can charge. I don't know what the hell's going on. I just know I know I called a Tesla facility, and they couldn't tell me what a rectifier is. I called an emergency number and talked about solar, but they couldn't tell me what a rectifier was. And they're the biggest supplier of solar panels and batteries. And you're not allowed to work on that car yourself. You have to take it to the dealer because of this shit. That's what people are like, oh no, we don't want that because it'll last a lot, but you don't get what's inside the electronics. And then the electronics start to collect dust and shit, and there's more dirty electric to go out on magnetic fields. There's more, and then you do the house, you start remote controlling main lines of houses. Imagine all the dust and shit it's picking up. Oh, smart dust city, huh? Doesn't matter where you are. You ain't cleaning the inside of your fucking floorboards and your goddamn fucking walls. Dust and dirt gets in there. I don't care how clean you think you are. And this is being exploited to the worst for ransomwares. Sparrow programming. That bird's still going. The bird is still going over there. See, watch how it changes. It's literally hitting up here. Phone line. I'm gonna call Steve. I said Steve has brown teeth, but I know another Steve now that I have to call. So there's two Steves in my life. That bird is on the ground. Yeah, it's transferring like the ground wires are popping up. Ground wires are coming up off the ground from the poles. Speaking of ground wires, ground wire for that box that the guy told me there's no voltage and amperage in, and this white box I'm pointing at, that's the ground wire right there. Imagine getting on that ground wire, huh? And then what's under the ground wire? Right under the ground wire, there's a gas line with anodes on it, pumping millivolts. And a water line. And even the fountain grass. Look at it. It's pretty funny. It's still a hustle. And there's some very bad, malicious people out there that are using this shit instead of just talking. And so it must be, like, whenever you ask about this stuff that's happening and you don't get an answer and lips literally shut and they put their head straight down and will not answer a question, I don't know how everybody else feels about that. And everybody started playing a karma card. Like, what you do in life comes back to you. I don't know how everyone else feels about that, but if that's like you're saying it's open game. Now, who the fuck are you paying to watch you? That's my question. Well, let's talk about InfraGard, huh? How much does InfraGard cost? That's the FBI. Oh, the bird quit. Must have broke some. The words go out and breaks. Because if you have a life force energy and it's being harvested, when you talk, especially if you put current on someone, wow, what do you think happens? What do you think happens? And I feel sorry for people in hospitals too right now. Because if you could remote control main lines of houses, what do you think they're doing in hospitals? Start remote controlling those main lines in hospitals. Now you have and all the LEDs and shit in there. You could literally see the people and have this neurophone in there. And then you're recording all brain data. And then you talk to the hospital employees, officials, nurses, doctors, and zip. Biggest scandal in fucking history. And we were told about this years ago. Nobody listened. Nobody listened years ago. It's just like, okay, everyone's just going to learn it and use it. Everyone's just going to learn it and use it. And we didn't have this fucking AI fucking in everyone's hands either, did we? How to exploit people. You hear that, people over there? The CHIPS Act. What are we going to do with chips? And like I said before, who has the exclusive chips? Spock. Research and development. Who has the exclusive chips? Because this is all remote controlling human brains and shit. We all hear me complaining, so there must be some type of materials coming out of me being used for chips. Royalties. How you doing? Better than gas line royalties. Better than oil. And then power company thinks because they own that hardware that they're in it too. And then people were trying to get around it, these gazillionaires. No, it's open fucking space. I'm not even using your power lines. I don't even need to use them because once they get it outside of the house onto the ground, now fucking it's not theirs. Then they come up on private land. Say the house is broadcasting, not them. Oh boy, isn't it an interesting time to live in? Very interesting. What are you doing, sparrows? Get out of here. Remote controlled bird brain. Dirty birds. Dirty birds. When they straighten this place out, you can come back. Because there's no birds in the mornings. First thing in the morning before sun comes up. No, this place should be all over the place. It's gone. I took a walk a mile down the road, not even down there. I don't know how far I have to go. So, I really don't want to say what I want to do, but I need to talk to some people that have quantum computers in their buildings. That's all I know. Just talk to people that have quantum computers in their buildings. And if they tell me they've never heard of this, that's like a direct lie. Because they've been doing it for 100 years. 100 years it's just been going on. It's been a lot harder to do. You really needed people to have their little devices pointing certain directions. Now that these transmitters are going all over the place, it's becoming a lot easier. Yeah, it was possible. That's why the GPS shit was in the black. Okay, geo-positioning systems or geolocation tools. They were black projects when they first come out. Well, we found out we could bounce radars all over the place and find shit. And this is exactly what's happening. Even the Wi-Fi in the house is turning into a fucking radar. Your cell phone's turning into a radar. Hell, Apple even has them on the phone. They call them LiDARs now. When you use a light for ranging and detection. Wow. Imagine, like, this is what I said yesterday whenever Nikola Tesla was in town here in Pittsburgh. He was working on his AC motor. And it took 6 years. It should have been done before that. But everybody around here in Pittsburgh, these harebrained idiots, these dirty brain people, they wanted to run the wires at 133 hertz. Tesla fought with them forever. It has to be 60 hertz. They're like, no, we don't want it there because we want to listen to our buddies fucking their wives at night. Yeah, we want to hear this. This is how simple this is to solve just reading this guy's book. The Wizard. Called him the Wizard. And now everybody thought he was a fucking warlock or something because he had a remote-controlled boat. People didn't know what to make of this. There's midgets in there. And I guess the midgets just kept having sex and they're all over the place now. Like, this is seriously the zombified people.